Hey kids, you're listening to a couple of annoyed grump boys, and this is the 138th Simpsons podcast.
Oh, what a night. You know I didn't even know her name, but I was never gonna be the same. What a lady, what a night.
That's right, we are the official Simpsons podcast that discusses the Simpsons from seasons 11 and beyond, and the new ones when they're available. Why do we do like that? And what gives you the right to be called the Do-official? Well, Do's not a real word, right? So we can say Do-official. We're not actually the official Simpsons podcast. So we thought we'd get around by saying Do-official, because it's not real.
Nothing's real.
So stop saying that, Steve. Wait, who's Steve?
I don't know.
Steve is the annoyed grunt boy that also does a podcast with myself, annoyed grunt boy Craig. I'm not done introducing ourselves. Why are we doing this like this? Why is it so jumbled? Oh, I hope this is not someone's first podcast of ours.
Oh, boy. Did you forget how to do it? Having problems with your memory?
I think I am. It's just really weird that I don't remember how to do this intro. So I did that part. 11 and beyond, but Steve, we've already done 11, so we're kind of 12 and beyond, and newest episodes when they air, but also when we mean air, there's also Disney Plus specials. Plenty of other podcasts have discussed the Golden Age 1 through 10, but we also discuss Golden Age episodes on our Patreon.
Sure.
It's a real quagmire, but we don't talk about Family Guy, not quagmire.
We did once.
On our Patreon. Okay, Steve, I'm Annoyed Grunt Boy Craig. You're Annoyed Grunt Boy Steve. We got that?
I think we're clear as mud. Clear mud, though.
Right, the good kind. What? Okay, intro over. I am here to talk about The Simpsons along with you.
Hello. How's it going, Craig?
It's going swimmingly in my brain, apparently. Steve, let's just talk about the fucking Simpsons, and not The Simpsons funking.
That's for later.
I just got hot off the press.
Ouch, so hot.
We talked about it before during season 37. We watched that season 37 was a little short because many of the episodes produced for the newest season of our current time period, they were saving a lot for Disney Plus exclusives so people can spend money to Mickey Mouse's streaming service.
Somebody's got to line Mickey's pockets or else, what's he going to do?
Right. So we finally have information about our Disney Plus exclusives for the summer of 2026. And our first one is going to drop on June 17th, and it's called Extreme Makeover Homer Edition, in which it's a double episode.
Whoa.
So we're going to be doing them together, Steve. The episode that's a Wednesday when it drops. Guys, we're not going to be doing a review the very next day, so you have to wait a week for us to talk about that. Sorry. But here's the synopsis for Extreme Makeover Homer Edition. Homer Marge's fun couples date night. Actually, Steve, we have a trailer. Let's watch the trailer.
Already.
Why can't I have a normal husband?
Hey,
Squirrel, that's not for you.
On June 17th on Disney Plus, meet the Homers of Marge's Dreams in a brand new double episode of The Simpsons, exclusively on Disney Plus.
He's bold, responsible, and fearless.
Nothing's gonna knock me down! Go! Go!
The Simpsons Extreme Makeover Homer Edition.
Oh, good, you're back. You've been staring into your drink for the last 8 minutes.
Streaming June 17th exclusively on the home of The Simpsons, Disney Plus.
The home of The Simpsons?
Yeah, not Evergreen Terrace, Disney Plus, Steve.
Okay.
So it looks like we're getting a parody of Joker, the Joaquin Phoenix film, but it looks like it's the second one because it looks like Marge is Harley Quinn.
I just hope there's some musical numbers that come nearly as good as the movie.
It's really weird to see like a anorexic Homer as the Joker Homer.
I like that he's dressed as Krusty, though.
Oh, yeah. So nice imagery there. There was also, here's what it actually says in the synopsis. Homer and Marge's fun couple's date night goes off the rails when Marge learns Homer left the kids unsupervised with only the doorbell camera as a babysitter. So frustrated with her imperfect husband, a tipsy Marge stirs up a trilogy of fantasies of a different Homer. We have special guest stars Betty Gilpin. You might remember her from Glow.
Oh.
And musical guest Tegan and Sarah.
Ooh.
and Laufey,
Sure.
Laufey. I'm not sure who that is.
I don't know either, but yeah, it looks like we had also a Mad Men parody, maybe?
Yeah, I'm looking through here. He's got, which could be the Betty Gilpin, because she was on Mad Men, wasn't she?
Yeah.
And then there's like one where he's on a motorcycle.
Like kind of a dashing young, like, stuntman.
He jumps off the the Springfield Gorge.
Finally.
Was that a Matt Groening? But it also looks like, is he supposed to be dressed like Maverick from Top Gun?
Oh, maybe.
Oh yeah, because look, in one he's
got like a parachute and
a pilot's outfit. Or you said stuntman. What if it's the that Ryan Gosling movie remake that came out a couple summers ago with
oh right,
the Fall Guy.
Right.
Obviously the original TV show with the $6 Million Man, right? Wasn't it Lee Majors, the Fall Guy?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yeah.
Are you looking for it? Of course. There's also a squirrel, so of course I'm going to watch the squirrel. Are you looking for? Of course you're looking forward to this.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I'm, it's like a trilogy wrapped in a two-parter, so it's interesting.
But we will be talking about it. And then on July 3rd, we don't have a trailer for this, but only a few weeks after this episode, we have Simpson. Steve, what's that about?
So when penniless con artist Marge Bouvier is sent to Italy to convince wealthy sap Seymour Skinner to come home, she's tempted by the trappings of his affluent lifestyle. But there's a big fat fly in the ointment. Skinner's clingy, dim-witted mooch of a houseguest, Homer Simpson. Lies, lust, and Italian lira are abound in this Disney Plus exclusive Simpsons Noir.
And that is a parody of...
Simpson. I don't...
It's probably obviously a very famous show or movie.
Yeah.
It was written by Cesar Mazuragos, so we got that.
We like him.
It's obviously not a show that we watch. Like, what's those prestige shows that people talk about? Bridgerton? Is that what it's about?
I don't think so.
It's not White Lotus. They already did that.
I think it might be maybe because they mentioned that it's a noir, so maybe it's an old movie.
I don't know. Spider-Man Noir? Maybe that's what it's about?
Probably, yeah.
We're really big idiots here. I'm not sure. The internet can't help me, Steve. Why can't the internet help me?
It's only there to hurt you.
And, Italian something. I don't know. I guess we'll find out more when we get to the July 3rd episode. And then finally, Steve, we have Yellow Mirror, which will be like a month and a few weeks after that. And it's going to air August 26th. A defective lamp reveals a heartbreaking truth about what Homer believes is reality, and an AI-powered tablet befriends and controls Maggie, so the Simpsons struggle to find the light through two dark tales of curious and bizarre in the exclusive. So that's Black Mirror, so it's a parody of the show Black Mirror.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that because of the word mirror.
Right, you got that. And black and yellow are both colors.
It's really interesting that the 3 episodes that are the Disney Plus exclusives are almost like, not Treehouse of Horror, but fantastical, like maybe non-canon episodes.
Yeah, and I kind of get like that being like Disney Plus, so you want to be something bold and big because it's the unusual, but like it's a little bit, to me, it's like the Marvelification or Star Warsification where if everything is so special, then nothing kind of is.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see.
Like, they wouldn't put out, if this was like the era of Golden Age, like you wouldn't put, or would you put like Camp Krusty as like a Disney Plus exclusive and make that like an hour-long feature? Because we all know that was a great idea for a plot to a Simpsons movie.
Right.
I think this is, because I mean, if you look at the other Disney Plus exclusives that happened last year, you had Yellow Planet.
Right.
Which was the like BBC documentary parody. The Fast and the Furious and Oh Come You All Faithful were also 2 non-canonical leading episodes. So if you were to put older episodes on Disney Plus that came out, like would like Behind the Laughter be or the Simpsons spin-off Showcase, that would be like a Disney Plus exclusive.
I mean, you would think that like maybe Itchy and Scratchy Land would be a good one.
But that seems canonical.
It is, but it is also kind of a big event episode in a way.
I would disagree with that.
That's fair.
Sorry, Steve. Yeah. you should care. It's your duty to please this booty of mine.
You said duty.
But of course, we are excited to be watching this. Which one sounds the most exciting for you? The Yellow Mere Simpsonly or Extreme Makeover Homer Edition?
I think I'm the most intrigued by the Extreme Makeover Homer Edition, because even though it is all about Homer and his different identities, it's also a Marge episode. And that sounds interesting, if it is not like a little depressing that she's just thinking about what he isn't. But either way, I'm most intrigued by that one, I think. How about you?
I think I'm going to agree because we've already seen a trailer and we know a little bit more information about it.
Yeah.
And the fact that it is a double episode. They don't say if Simpsonly or Yellow Mirror is a double episode. It just probably sounds like it's just one each.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? We could be wrong when it drops. I think we've talked about it too with the Disney Plus exclusives that, well, we've watched them and enjoyed them. I don't think we're very positive on those reviews.
I'm skeptically optimistic about what's coming, because, yeah.
I'm just excited to see the possible Joker parody or the possible Fall Guy / Top Gun and the Mad Men, which is weird. I feel like they've already done a Mad Men thing.
I feel like that was a Treehouse episode at some point, maybe? Maybe I'm not. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, well, Steve, I think if we're also talking about Disney Plus exclusives, would this episode that we're reviewing this week fit into that sort of weird,
I kind of think it would.
But we can't make our decision on that just yet, Steve, because we have to watch it first.
That's right.
But we also need to get in the mindset of when this episode aired, Steve, which aired December 16th, 2007. What do you think you were doing December 16th, 2007?
Ooh, I was probably living... Was I living with you?
Yes, you were.
Yeah, so that's probably what I was doing. 20s, early 20s. Just, not being as responsible as I should have been. Probably drinking and forgetting. How about you?
I think I was going through like a really rough breakup at that time.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
So was I watching The Simpsons or just getting incredibly drunk every night? I was probably, was it 2007? I know my sister passed away in 2007, but I think that was in the summer. Or was she 06? When did my grandma die, Steve? So many people died in my family. I don't know.
You got to group it like my parents did and pull it a month apart, then you always remember.
Yeah. But Steve, I definitely was not at the box office to see this film, which was I Am Legend. Never read the book, and I know the controversy is that the movie sucks, but then they made the director's cut that was more like the book, and people were finally happy with it, so like the director's cut is good.
This is one that I've seen the movie. I've not read the book. I know the controversy, though, and my wife and I went through a post-apocalyptic movie phase.
Was it during the pandemic?
I think so, yeah. We both discovered that something that we really love is the end of the world. And
you feel fine.
That's right. So we watched I Am Legend. I liked it. I mean, I know it's not the intent of the author, but I think it in its own right, it's good. And,
Well, wasn't the controversy is like he had to kill the dog?
There's that, and also it's more of a vampire story than they make it out to be. It's not actually zombies, but yeah, and the dog.
But then in the director's cut, the dog lives. Is that, or does he die at the end? Spoil it for me.
I think he does, and I think that it's proven that he's not as heroic as that makes him out to be, but yeah.
Well,
I think the best part about the movie is how isolated he was.
Because there was just him. He was Uno.
Right. It was him and his small apartment and his door.
Well, I was going to ask, like, if that small apartment, did he ever have to lock it because it's just himself?
It's funny because it shows him leaving and he'd like pat his pockets and be like, phone, wallet, let's go.
Steve, I can't think of a parody for the name Alicia, so just give me the hot billboard of that week.
Why, it was No One by Alicia Keys.
I know the song.
You say that you're an improviser, but I don't think so. I think you're just acting like one.
Steve, are we going to have a confrontation about this?
And I, much like Mr. T, will pity you and all the other foos who try to battle with me.
Give us the hot rock alternative of that week.
Why, it was The Pretender by Foo Fighters.
I'm going to pause our dumb bit real quick, trying to go back to 2007. I know that this song, The Pretender, was definitely something I listened to because during the breakup, I also like exercised a lot and ran a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I know for a fact that The Pretender was one of my songs I would listen to while running because it is such a good pump up song. Okay. Back to the bit, Steve.
Okay.
That was nice too because I'm working out because I wasn't fat, but I was a little bit chunkier.
You lost a lot of weight, though.
I was getting tiny, and like people would look at me and like, "Oh, you're so tiny. Can I how do you lift all of your junk under your trunk?" Especially like when I had an erection.
Right.
And like, well, it's under my erection. Wait, I mean, Steve, give us the country hot one under song.
See, I made the joke, but you want me to go from Your Erection to So Small by Carrie Underwood.
This is the song that she sings to President Trump.
And also maybe this one, the hot electric song, Give Me More by Britney Spears.
All classic songs of 2007. All right,
So
Steve.
classic.
Let's just get on with this week's episode. Like I said, Eternal Moonshine of the Simpsons mind. Homer wakes up to find himself outdoors and covered in snow without memory of the night before. When he arrives home, he finds everyone missing, seeking help from Moe and Professor Frink. Homer tries to piece together his memory to figure out what just happened. So, Steve, let's go ahead and watch that and come back.
Sounds good.
We'll be right back.
It's a beautiful morning. I think I'll go outside for a while.
And we're back. Today we're talking about Eternal Moonshine of the Simpsons mind. It's the 9th episode of the 19th season. It's episode 409 in the show's run. The original air date, December 16th, 2007. The nerd code is KABF02. Written by J. Stewart Burns. Directed by Chuck Sheetz. And your showrunner is Al Jean.
Mr. Burns, J. Stewart Burns. We just talked about him not too long ago. Of course, he got to start writing on Beavis and Butthead. And he also wrote for the Futurama and the CW's version of Married with Children by the same creators, Unhappily Ever After. He also was a scriptwriter for the Futurama video game, and Simpsons Tapped Out, and my wife's favorite, Spyro, and A Hero's Tale, Spyro, A Hero's Tale. But in Simpsons Land, he has written 28 episodes, and this is the 15th that we've reviewed.
Have we ever asked what the J for J. Stewart Burns is for?
I assume it was Jexcellent.
Not Joaquina?
Maybe.
What if it's just J, like Homer's?
Oh,
middle
yeah.
name, J. It could be Jennifer. What, because back in the day and still now, when female writers had to publish, they would never say their actual name because people would be offended that a woman knew how to write.
Mm-hmm.
Like Star Trek writer D.C. Fontana or H.E. Hinton. The lady, what was her name? The lady who wrote The Outsiders.
Oh, yeah. I think that's H.E. Hinton.
Or J.R.R. Tolkien. We all know that was Jennifer Rachel Regina Tolkien.
Yeah. Breaking news, it's actually Joseph, not Josephina, Stewart Burns.
So was there already a writer in the guild named Joseph Burns?
Probably Joseph Burns. Just sounds like you. I feel bad for Joseph because he's on fire.
Let him burn. Speaking of burns, some of the episodes that we have reviewed are The Way We Weren't from Season 15, The Monkey Suit from Season 17, Holidays of Future Past, Season 23, What Animated Women Want, Season 24, Days of Future Future, Season 15, Simpsorama, Season 26, Friends and Family, Season 28, Dogtown, Season 28. I have a lot more things to say after Season 28. Flanders Ladder, Season 29, Treehouse of Horror, 30, Season 31, Miseducation of Lisa Simpson, 31. I'm going to not say the season to help me get through
I think
this.
that's probably okay.
Right off this episode, 34, The Tipping Point, 35, and Yellow Planet, Disney Plus special. I guess technically that's season 25, episode 16, but we all know it's Disney Plus.
That's right. Another one that I think that our note writer may have erroneously forgotten is Flan Canyon, which we talked about not too long ago.
We still haven't reviewed Waverly Hills, 90210, or Marge Gamer, Homerazzi. There's something about marrying. Moe Baby Blues, his first episode from season 14. I think that one is when Moe hangs out with Maggie. That seems like appropriate title, right?
It does. I just remember him doing a Godfather bit and Maggie being delighted by it.
Godfather bits. Are those bit jails for us soon now, maybe?
Yeah. I think especially Don Corleone, like making an offer he can't refuse and, scratching your chin, doing the underbite. Yeah, that's a little tired.
Petting a pussy on your lap.
I mean, I'm doing that literally right now, but...
I thought your wife was at work. All right.
It's not my wife.
Meow. All right. Let's just get on with the episode, Steve.
All right, we start with a chalkboard gag that reads, "The capital of Montana is not Hannah."
Do you really think that's a comment Bart made to Krabappel that's like worthy of detention?
I don't know. I think actually that's poor education right there. Like, if you get an answer wrong, you have to go to a detention. Like,
yeah,
just correct him and say it's Helena. Like,
he got the H right.
Yeah.
You know what, Steve? Get the mayor of Helena on the phone right now. I'll wait.
Boop, bop, boop, beep, beep.
Hello,
Mayor of Helena.
No, this is the assistant.
Oh, could you get your boss on the phone, please?
Yes, and
at once.
Right away, sir.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, is this the mayor of Helena, Montana?
Yes, and?
My co-host, this is a podcast and you're being recorded, by the way, but it's legal in Montana.
Oh, my.
My co-host has a question for you.
Your name, ma'am or sir?
Oh, yes, I am Helen Montana, the mayor of Helena, Montana.
Oh, you sound a little different from the last time we heard you.
I had a cold.
Okay.
I'm a very sick woman.
Can you do us a big favor?
What do you need?
Well, I need you to put your hands behind your back and open the safe.
I would expect this in Butte, but not in Helena. But here you go.
Can you also get rid of the E on Butte, Montana, for us?
That'd be quite hilarious and a little bawdy, but I guess so.
All right, did you open the safe?
Oh, yes, here it is. We don't have a lot of money in here, Montana, mostly just big sky.
Well, I just need that piece of paper that says this is the name of the city.
Oh, there you go.
All right, thank you. How are we doing this over phone, by the way?
We have fax machines here in Montana.
Oh, right. That's okay. Hold on, Steve. Steve, you're with me, right? Like next to me.
Of course, yeah.
Use this. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm going to cross out
Who do you think's running the fax machine here?
Helena, and I'm writing Miley Cyrus. Is that right?
Sounds good to me.
All right, here you go, Mayor. Your city is now Miley Cyrus, Montana.
Oh, thank you. That sounds so much better, and people will stop making fun of me for being called Helen A. Montana.
Wait. Can I see your birth certificate real quick?
Okay. Hold on.
All right, there you go. Your new name is now Miley Destiny Cyrus.
Look out, world. Here comes Destiny. And me.
All right, I gotta go. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, Steve, what do we have for a couch gag?
Oh, well, we have the Simpsons sit down on the couch as normal, when suddenly the usual view of the couch is replaced by the overhead shot of the house. And then the point of view moves further and further away as we see an overhead shot of the neighborhood, an overhead shot of the U.S., of a shot of North American continent, and then the Western Hemisphere, and then of the Earth, the solar system, and we see King and Kodos floating in space next to their broken down spaceship. And then soon we see many stars fill the screen as they form into the Milky Way. And then further away as other galaxies form and turn into atoms, which turns into simple molecular structures, which then turns into complex molecular structures, which turns into DNA helices, which pan out to a blank yellow expanse, which is revealed to be Homer's bald head. And then finally the view returns to the couch scene, and Homer stares blankly for a moment, and then utters, "Weird."
And we just got a tape set up, Steve. All right, you ready to record?
Oh, yes. The Simpsons sit down on the couch.
All right. So we've seen this one a couple times. For instance, the Ziff Who Came to Dinner from season 15, episode 14. On a Clear Day, I Can't See My Sister from season 16. episode 11, but there's some differences. In the Ziff one, he says, wow. And on the Clear Day, he says, cool. And on this one, he says, weird.
It is weird. Also, like, to me, watching The Simpsons in syndication, this is a signifier to me that this is an episode that ran short.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like this one has been viewed many, many times, and it's to the point where, can I fast forward through it, or then I got to go back? Because you can't really fast forward through things anymore. It's always like 15-second jumps or 30-second jumps.
You know what I hate is, like, with podcasts, there is a 15-second jump back and then a 30-second jump ahead. Why not make it the same?
I'm sure it is on, like, Overcast or Undercast or Middlecast or one of those other podcasts, but we're lazy. We use Apple Podcasts because I don't want to download another app. It's there for me.
It's the default. Yeah, it's there. I know it.
The greatest two words in English language. Default.
Yoo-hoo.
All right, Steve. Our episode begins, as it always does, on a snowy day in Springfield, where the falling white flakes cause the Duff blimp to fall from the sky. A hyped-up squirrel, but not unlike the Scrat from the Ice Age film franchise, sticks his nose on a mound of snow and chitters excitedly as we get a whiff of a nearby nut. The rodent sees a single acorn hanging from an otherwise bare tree, and so he leaps up to take a bite and falls to the ground. So as the squirrel goes to enjoy his hard-earned reward, he is hit repeatedly and then flung into the air by a snow shovel held by groundskeeper Willie, who takes to the acorn and shouts, "Nobody steals Willie's breakfast!" Remember, I only do Marge's impersonation now for everybody. Yeah.
That's perfect.
So the Scotsman is then attacked by several more scat squirrels.
Very nice.
Scrat squirrels, excuse me.
Scrat squirrels. I've never seen an Ice Age, and I probably never will.
We've talked about this on our podcast many times.
I know.
think the reason why I don't want to watch Ice Age, because I'm sad that I know that they're all going to die, because it's the Ice Age.
It's true. It's like when you watch dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Well, back in Springfield, Lindsay Nagle brushes off a large pile of snow, revealing her green Volkswagen Bug underneath. Behind her car is another pile of snow, but instead of a finely crafted German automobile under the white stuff, it's Homer, who wakes up realizing that he may have had a scotch too much to drink the night before.
Wow, I must have really tied one on last night. Ugh, no more drinking. 6 a.m. Still early enough to sneak into bed and pretend I actually got home at 3 a.m. Huh? Where's Marge? Hey kids, have you seen your mother? Or yourselves? Maggie? Has anyone seen anyone? Oh, of course, they must all be taking a family bath. Without me. Save some such for Daddy. Hey, boy, do you know where the family is? Show me on MapQuest. Fine, Google Maps. What's going on? Why are you attacking me? Look, if this is about me eating your heart pills, they shouldn't have made them in good and plenty colors.
Do you remember when you always took family baths with your entire family?
It was the best, yeah. The logistics of it, like, nudity aside, like, how do you fit 5 people in a bathtub? Or even a bathroom?
Especially with fat-ass Homer there.
Yeah.
Before the clip played, I just wanted to talk about Lindsay Nagle and her choice of automobiles. Do you think she'd be driving a Volkswagen? Because it doesn't look like... It looks like the classic Volkswagen, not the...
like the newer one, yeah.
The newer ones, which I could see her driving one of those, like, especially the 2007 era, where, you know, it had, like, a... Did they have, like, a vase in it, so you always had, like, a flower?
Yeah, it was a gimmick. Yeah.
I can see her driving more of, like, you know, a Mercedes or...
Oh, yeah.
But not a Volkswagen. It's weird.
First of all, she is an admitted sex addict, and much like we learned from the film Mallrats, it's not comfortable to have sex in a Volkswagen, especially the back.
So, Lindsay, get a new car is what we're saying.
Get a new car. Homer talking about, I don't know, the alcoholics or the drunk person's bargaining with themselves. Like, all right, if I had to say that I got home at 6 instead of 3, It'll all be good. Or debating okay, I'm never drinking again until 12 hours from now.
Are you saying that's like a personal story of yourself?
I mean, yeah, not so much these days, but in the past, yeah.
Yeah. I do like the almost hidden camera angle aspect of when Homer's going through the rooms and just seeing every room cleaned up except for Bart's is very dirty. Just a nice little touch.
It is. It's very nice. And I would also eat candy or medicine if it was Good and Plenty colors.
I think you and I are the only ones brave enough to admit that we like Good and Plenty's.
Yeah, it's not a top tier candy for a lot of people, but I love them.
So you've been making a lot of candy bars / ice cream. Have you ever thought about Good and Plenty in it up?
So I tried licorice and it worked okay. I think I could do better, but I like what I made. And so basically it'd just be a matter of making that candy shell, which I don't know how to do, but I don't think it would be that hard. So I could do that.
I'm assuming you use a coconut oil to make the shell?
Probably, yeah. Probably a sugar solution with coconut oil to firm it up, yeah.
I remember when we went to the beach one time when we were in our late teens, maybe early 20s, and we went to get ice cream, and the local ice cream had licorice flavored ice cream. And when you go to the ice cream parlor, you can see which is the most popular because of how much they've dug out of said ice cream. The licorice one there was just nice and flat and no one's bought it. But I think did you also get it too? Because I know I did.
Yeah, I think I did.
The mistake I made was to get it in a waffle cone. They don't go together, but a cup of licorice ice cream is quite tasty just in your basic paper bowl.
Oh yeah, it's delightful. I am beginning to become a bit of a waffle cone skeptic.
Explain yourself.
Okay, I love a waffle cone, don't get me wrong. Ice cream cone is a delight, and it's definitely better than a sugar cone or that, that styrofoam bullshit you get from McDonald's on your birthday.
Yeah.
But I'm becoming frustrated because they're becoming more artisanal, and anal is art. But they're becoming thicker, and so you're getting the ratios off. And sometimes you just have a half inch to an inch of dry cone at the bottom, and that's how you're ending your treat. And that's kind of a bummer. I love, the drumstick. While it's not the highest of quality, you have the chocolate reservoir in the bottom. And I think they could do that with more things. Like a peanut butter one, if you had a peanut butter chocolate one. Imagine a little bit of peanut butter at the bottom.
I would think peanut butter, caramel.
Ooh, yeah.
Heck, even a white chocolate. Anything with flavor. Especially if you had a lemon-based ice cream. A lemon, little lemon at the end would be good. I mean, a little white chocolate at the end, excuse me.
Oh, yeah. That's a great combo.
Well, you know what my thing now is? If I buy waffle cones, I'm an adult male. It just looks like I'm a little kid carrying on an ice cream cone. There's certain things you're not supposed to do, right?
Use a straw, cross your legs, enjoy life.
Masturbate on the train. That's kid stuff, Steve.
Wait, that's the new one? Okay, I gotta refigure my route tomorrow.
No, I'll buy the waffle cones, and I just crunch them up and then put them on top of my ice cream in the bowl.
Yeah, that's a great move. I like that a lot.
That way I get my crunchiness and ice creamness.
And then if you have to walk away, you're not left because if you something happens and you have an ice cream cone in your hand, you're kind of screwed.
Is that I don't know if I'm having a memory or it's made up, but I feel like that's an SNL sketch where a guy he's at the bank with his girlfriend and they have ice cream and she's like, "Oh, honey, I got to go to the bathroom. Can you hold my ice cream?" He's like, "Sure, no problem." And so she walks away. Then all of a sudden a robber comes in and is like, "Freeze, everyone, hands up." He's like everyone on the ground. He's like, "I got ice cream. I can't." Is that a sketch or am I making this up?
I don't know. I don't remember that, but I want to watch it a lot. It sounds hilarious.
And in my mind, it's John Hamm is holding the ice cream.
So I typed in ice cream cone John Hamm, and there's a weird Office Guardians of the Galaxy Blizzard meme that I don't understand. There's Barack Obama eating an ice cream cone. I'm not seeing anything, so maybe you invented it.
Maybe I'm just like slipping through like the alternate dimensions and like a little bit of like that memory came through of an alternate universe. So I don't know how to explain this. I don't know why I'm just envisioning John Hamm holding ice cream cones. Anyway, Steve, let's get out of my crazy head.
Okay.
So back to The Simpsons. With the, it's funny that I'm thinking of this too. With this episode is about like forgetting things.
That's true. Yeah.
So with the family missing and the dog mad at him, Homer heads to Moe's to piece together what may have happened. He asks if he was at the tavern the night before, and Moe tells him that he certainly was, and that he was incredibly eager to forget something. So Moe had just a concoction for Homer, the most powerful drink, the Forget-Me-Shot. Homer isn't familiar with the drink, which just goes to prove how effective it is.
Luckily for Homer, Moe made a video to explain the process. On the bar's TV VCR combo, we see Moe constructing the shot that consists of a splash of Jägermeister, followed by some slow gin, triple sec, quadruple sec, gunk from a dog's eye, absolute pickle, the red stripe from a tube of Aquafresh, and the funniest ingredient, the venom of the Louisiana labada moth. You then stir it with a home pregnancy test until it turns positive, and voila, you have the Forget-Me-Shot.
I love the joke of triple sec to quadruple sec.
Yes.
So triple sec is just water, sugar. It's just sugar water. Is there anything else in it?
It's orange-ish, orange flavored.
So what would quadruple sec be? Just more sugar?
Yeah, so I actually did a little bit of research, and so sec in another language, basically what it means is that it's triple filtered or triple distilled, so it's super clean and crisp. So it'd just be distilled for a fourth time.
Oh, I just thought it was because like 3 ingredients. I thought that's what it meant.
That makes sense, but yeah.
All right, well maybe the quadruple sec is then 4 times, like you said. Okay, and then the joke of absolute pickle. This was the time like when flavored vodkas were starting to become popular, so they think pickle was probably gross. But now that's a thing. So,
Oh yeah,
you watch this now and you're like, all right, where's the joke? But in 2007, like, ooh, gross, pickle vodka. No, you could probably go to the liquor store now and get pickle vodka.
I am looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different pickle vodka brands just on Google alone. So,
or was it a thing in 2007? I don't know. It was like pickle everything.
Yeah, and I think that this probably aired before like the whole pickle. I think that we were still in like the bacon fad where everything was bacony before we got to pickles.
Yeah, what I see that now Bush's beans have like a pickled baked bean along with a apple pie and a red rocket pop beans.
No. Why? Stop.
Well, Steve, I think I just figured out what our Patreon for the month of June will be for the Illinois Grunt Boys is taste tests.
Yum.
The apple pie one seems like that would work.
I was going to say that one.
For baked beans, you're using a lot of the same ingredient like spices.
Yeah.
That you would for an apple pie. But I don't know where I can get a Louisiana lobotomov. Louisiana. The scene with him just like cutting the little red stripe from the Aquafresh is very
Yeah.
So Moe pauses the video, but isn't pleased at how his face looks. He then scrubs through the tape, but each frame makes him look just a little bit more worse. Is this before, or is this kind of a response to a lot of people talking about how like the front-facing Simpsons is always weird, or like if you pause Simpsons at a weird time, like weird faces are made? Were we doing that in 2007, or is that more of a...
I think there was probably like... There's some chatter about it online, and it was becoming a thing because, the Simpsons online base is very vocal and very loud. So, yeah, I could see that being a thing.
They're all great images, would make great... You know what they should do is, no, thinking about it, like all these action figures that have like replaceable heads, just give us a Moe figure with all of those faces of like the disgusting faces.
That'd be cool. And then you could have also like when he got his plastic surgery, so you could have a handsome Moe face. You could have a whole plethora. It'd be like that one He-Man character that was like a 2-headed thing that was just body parts that you just put together yourself.
Not Manny faces, right?
No, it was, I think in the later days when like Hodak was more like the prime bad guy.
Hodor from Game of Thrones was in He-Man.
Yes. That's the same thing. But yeah, it was just basically like, it was like Transformers, but with like a Skeletor baddie.
Well, I was going to say, why don't we just market a Mr. Potato Head. A potato head, but with Moe, like a Moe potato head. That'd be
I
cool.
like that.
I mean, they do have Simpsons potato heads, but just if it was Moe, that'd be great. All right. Barkeep then just tosses the remote on the ground in anger and informs Homer that his drink is the ultimate brain bleacher. Just then, Krusty runs in looking to clean out his memory bank.
Give me one of those forget-me drinks. I made a mistake I gotta wipe out. I was trying to do a Don Rickles about Arabs, but it turned into a Mel Gibson about Mexicans. Go. Huh? What the hell am I doing here? I gotta get back to the Latin Grammys.
There he is.
Hot sauce his eyes.
Ah!
Oh my God. Why would I want to wipe out my memory? What horrible thing did I do?
You don't remember, huh? There was a domestic disturbance at your address yesterday.
Chief Wiggum! I remember seeing you.
I like how we see here Chief Wiggum's with Snake at Moe's, and Snake is drinking the beer, so that means Snake requested to stop at Moe's before going to jail.
That's very nice of Chief Wiggum to be like, yeah, okay. Didn't even get a drink for himself.
Racist Krusty is always funny.
Mm-hmm.
You can't deny that.
The line of meaning to do a Don Rickles for Arabs and instead doing a Mel Gibson for Mexicans. Very funny.
So we were in 2000. He was already. We already canceled Mel Gibson by then, haven't we? Or
yeah.
Or was this an apocalyptic joke?
No, I think it was because that happened shortly after. It's all in the kind of same timeline, but I think his whole awfulness happened around this time.
Yeah, right after he guest starred on The Simpsons, that's when Mel Gibson's career went downhill.
Yep.
The Simpsons did it.
Just like Elon Musk and
Lady Gaga.
So with the flutter of the wing of the Louisiana Lobotomoth, Homer flashes back to Chief Wiggum arriving at 742 Evergreen Terrace to assess the situation and decide if he'll have to bust out the zip strips. Marge assures Clancy that everything is cupcakes and sprinkles, but the police chief is curious as to how she ended up with a black eye. He asks Homer if he gave his wife an Irish kiss.
That's how Steve says goodbye to everyone. An Irish kiss, then an Irish goodbye.
That's right.
Homer swears he's innocent, and Marge blames herself, saying that she walked into the door. And Wiggum finds Marge's excuse to be very lame, until he then walks himself into a door. So he zip strips his hand to the knob, telling the door that he's going to take him downtown. But back in present day, Homer is sure that he would never do such a thing to Marge. Or would he?
I just feel like the tone of Homer wondering about committing domestic abuse feels a little, I know it's all for jokes, and we'll get there, but like it feels a little heavy for The Simpsons.
Take the script and give it to like another TV show of the time period. Like, did Dan hit Roseanne in an episode? Oh, was that ever an episode? Seems like it would have been, like, of Roseanne, of Dan physically abusing.
No, I think it was Laurie Metcalf's.
It was
like,
Jackie got hit, I think.
Yeah, and it was like a regular like character who had been built up for the past few seasons, I think.
Was it George Clooney?
Maybe. Sure. And then like then John Goodman kicked his ass.
I remember that episode. That was like a very, like a woo moment.
Yeah. So Clancy, who is zip-tied to Snake Jailbird, suggests that Homer ask the person who filed the domestic complaint. And then he, of course, adds that he can't say who it was that called the cops, but Homer then guesses Flanders, and Wiggum readily admits that it was, in fact, Ned. Wiggum then adds that if Homer were so smart, who was Jack the Ripper? And then Homer replies that it was the Queen's private surgeon as he walks out of the bar. However, that's not really true, because it's a debunked theory that went even further because of Alan Moore's From Hell graphic novel.
Yeah, but like Alan Moore, that's fiction though, right?
Right, yeah. The Swamp Thing is also not real.
What? But like Watchmen, that did happen, right?
100%, yeah, that's a documentary.
All right.
Comic book.
Documentary comic book. So when Homer asks why Ned called the cops, he replies that it was necessary because he had heard a hubbub. So Homer grabs Ned by the collar, demanding to know what he did. But Ned isn't so sure, but as a Christian, he assumes the worst. Homer then returns to his living room in the hopes of unlocking some blocked memories from the previous night.
What happened in this room? If only these walls could talk. People would pay to come see my amazing talking walls, and I could use that money to... Hey, a memory!
Stop, Homer, please! My eye!
No, it can't be! I would never hurt Marge! I'm a good man!
The running joke of, if these walls can talk, then I could probably make a lot of money. People see the amazing wall. That's a good, like, Homer rant.
Yeah, it was fun. No, Homer, don't. Oh, my eye. Did you ever have any filthy thoughts about that? Or is that just me?
I think it's just you.
Okay.
All right. Pervert.
So, as Homer shouts about his own decency, Krusty swears that he's also a good man. And Homer looks over to find the clown hanging from a tree, getting beat like a piñata by various members of Springfield's Latin community. Krusty suggests that they are just confirming a stereotype of Mexicans, but Julio informs him that he's actually from Costa Rica, which is something that we learned in this episode.
So next on his journey of discovery, Homer visits the Springfield Retirement Castle, which has a snowman sporting a walker outside. And Abe is delighted to get a visit from his son, adding that he can't deal with the high school glee club who don't want to be there, as proven by their half-assed performance of Four Seasons, December 1963, parentheses, oh, what a night, end parentheses. Sure, those teens will eat their cookies, but they won't look at those seniors.
So Homer takes Abe to the Dim Willie's Diner, wondering if he has any clue as to what happened. Grandpa replies that asking him for memory assistance is like asking a horse to do your taxes, which he happened to do in 1998, holding up a photo of a horse hard at work in the traditional accountant screen visor surrounded by tax forms.
Homer is worried about his action that caused his family to flee, but Abe knows of a doctor who helps recall old memories. Homer is grateful, asking how he can repay his dear old daddy. And Abe tells Homer to punch the orderly who sips from his juice. And Homer is happy to do so. And Homer does in the fashion of punching in the back of the head, which is always a funny bit on The Simpsons.
Yeah.
So after he knocks him out, Abe remembers that he was actually the guy who saved his life. And then Homer goes to the Memory Recovery Institute, the MRI, but it doesn't do MRIs, where he meets Dr. Frink. Steve, have you ever had an MRI?
Mommy, really inky? Yeah.
No, I was being serious. Didn't you get an MRI, or am I thinking of someone else?
I don't think I have.
Oof, you might have to go to the Memory Recovery Institute because I took you to get an MRI.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Anyways, he's there to meet Dr. Frink, who has the invention to help him.
Mr. Simpson, I have built a device that will enable you to explore your memories. The science was easy, but now I've got the hard part, coming up with a name.
How about the Deja Vu Master? Remembering some things fast? The remember...
We don't have to come up with it now.
My first beard.
These wonderful wrinkle bags are reliving their cherished memories of yesteryear.
Oh, my first Christmas. Such great Chinese food.
This is great. I'm finally going to find out how I ruined my family. Strap me in, nerd.
To me, nerd stands for not even remotely dorky, so thank you. Thank you for the compliment. Now you'll feel a slight pinch, followed by an extremely painful pinch, signaling that the spike will begin boring into your skull 3 seconds later.
Boring.
Yes, that's right, boring.
Ow. 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 3, 2, 1. Ow!
I forgot to mention one of the background characters at the Springfield Retirement Castle was the I'd Like to Come To lady, and we never get to see her much, but it's nice to see I Like to Come To lady.
Yeah. Do you say that often? I like to come to, lady.
Yeah, every night.
It's very nice of you. I really like Homer's pitches for naming the device, particularly the remember.
The Deja Vu Master is very funny. It's like Frink is like kind of mad because he likes those games.
Also, at the end there, the joke about long pinch followed by a much longer pinch. It get more and more painful, and Homer says boring, and he's like, yes, it will be boring to your brain. Just good stuff.
Yep.
So, with the help of Dr. Frink's machine, Homer sees himself floating in a clear orb high above Springfield. He's confused for a moment, but pulls out a pamphlet from his back pocket entitled Your Memory Bubble and You, featuring Frink inflating the bubble. Homer reads that while in the bubble, he can view any past event from his life.
So after taking a moment to enjoy that new bubble smell, Homer looks down and sees that he's arrived at the pleasant memory of himself spending time with Bart and Lisa in the snow. So as they sled down a hill, Homer tells the kids to steer into the sculptures. At the bottom of the incline, a snow sculpture contest is underway. As Homer instructed, they crash into people's snow art, such as one depicting Snoopy, a peace sign, the Philadelphia's Love sculpture, Abe Lincoln, and the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh, yeah.
There is then a giant snow versions of 10 bowling pins. Homer and the kids easily knock over the first 9, and the last one crashes on top of them, much to the family's delight.
It's a very sweet moment. I like that Bart just throws a snowball into Homer's face and just laughs it off. So looking at the happy scene from his bubble, Homer misses the bygone days of earlier in that week. He then tells himself that he's needed in a much darker place and takes his orb through time and space, passing through various memories of The Simpsons, made up of hundreds of scenes from the show, and here they are now, in order. No, just kidding. Homer is brought to a memory where he arrives at his own doorstep, where he hears rhythmic bouncing from inside.
What? Those squeaks sound like couch springs grooving to the beat of love.
Homer, I wasn't expecting you.
Hey, what's going on here?
Oh, Homer, I didn't want you to find out this way.
Another man with my wife in my house on top of my TV guide? I gotta find out who that guy is, but I need help. Someone like Bart, only smart. Lisa! Another me! You can watch the kids. Lisa, I'm about to probe the most shattering moment of my life. You want to join me?
Might as well. You're getting this memory mixed up with a commercial you saw.
With new Synergy Wireless, nighttime minutes start at 6:30, and you get 4 free DCast downloads per month. Synergy, it's your call.
How would he not know that that's Duff Man?
The cell phones? It's not Duff Man, they're cell phones.
Oh, okay. I guess I was wrong.
I mean, I'm trying to think back. Do I think it's Duff Man? Like when I first saw it.
Spoiler alert, sorry.
Yeah. I don't think I would have thought of Duff Man. I think this episode works on the level of only seeing it once to unwind the mystery. On second viewings, it's then you know what's happening. So is it as interesting? I don't know. We'll find out at the end of the episode. But yeah, I don't know. I probably wasn't. You know, usually when I watch Simpsons, I either do the one, just sit back and enjoy, or two, I try to decipher the clues of like mystery episodes. But this one, I probably was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy. I think the only thing, I think really what's on your mind on this is how Marge got the black guy. Like, let's figure that out before I figure out who the guy is, because we know. I think it doesn't matter who the guy is, because we know that Marge is not cheating on Homer.
Right.
So that's why I probably wouldn't care of like thinking of who it was.
That makes sense, I guess. Yeah, good point.
But it is funny that in his mind, the mind Homer is like, oh, there's another Homer here. I don't need to be here. and the line before, he's like, I need someone like Bart, but smarter. Oh, yeah, Lisa. And speaking of Lisa, she joins Homer in his bubble, and Bart asks if he can be dropped off to win Homer his tent to see if he could kick his ass. So Homer then welcomes the challenge, and we cut to Bart beating the snot out of a 10-year-old version of Homer. So as little Homer is knocked to the ground, he declares that Bart is superior to him in every way. So again, it's like a subconscious, right? He's admitting that Bart is superior to him.
Yeah, and he's intimidated by his own son.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, wouldn't you be intimidated by Bart if he was your kid?
I know. He's a great skateboarder. He's an underachiever, and he has pride in that. He's a great guy.
He's a better drummer than you'll ever be.
That's true. And he has a bigger dick.
Steve, don't worry. Yours will grow eventually.
Fingers crossed. So, adult Homer thinks his 20-year-old self will be a better match against Bart, But in his room, made up of a cinder block table, Pink Floyd record, and a framed picture celebrating muscle cars, Homer is once again beat up by Bart as 20-year-old Homer offers money and weed to avoid the punches. Current Homer reaches from his bubble to choke Bart for beating up Yester him.
So the violence causes Homer to crash through several of his memories, such as his first kiss, and Homer asks who that kiss was. But instead of saying Marge, Bart replies with a poo, and then we see an image of Homer locking lips with the beloved operator of the Quickie Mart. It's a very, very funny visual.
Yeah.
So as they sort through more memories, Homer tells Bart and Lisa that their mother was with another man, and he needs their help to find out who he is.
It's kind of funny, even though it is his subconscious, memories, asking your kids to help figure out your wife's accused infidelity. Come on, kids. Anyway, Homer then ponders if he should be showing this to his own children, but Lisa tells him that it's fine since they are actually just representations of his kids that he thought up. And since all this is in his mind, he can do anything he wants. And then he considers getting a pizza, but hangs up when he learns that it'll be a 35-minute delivery.
Again, just a funny joke that in his mind he has to order it. He can't just imagine a pizza in front of him.
And the delivery is disappointing because it takes too long.
Homer and the kids go back to the scene where Homer comes up to find Marge on the couch with a man whose face is obscured by a little bottle of champagne. So Bubble Homer says that his memory stops there, and he wonders aloud who the mystery man is. So Lisa suggests they simply move the bottle, and he tries to, accidentally popping the memory bubble.
So Homer tries to pick up the bottle, but the whole scene, like the visual scene that we're seeing, goes with it, and he's not sure how to get his memory to work. So Lisa pulls out a blueprint of Homer's brain and says that the declarative memory can be broken up into two subsets. There's the episodic forms stored in the neocortex, and as Lisa's about to describe the second, she's interrupted by Bart, who says that they can get to Homer's memory to work the same way that he gets to the TV to work, by hitting it.
So they jump up and down, kicking their surroundings. But back in Frink's office, Homer is under the memory machine as blood begins to dribble out of his nose. So as they reset the memory and get it going again, both Homer at the time and Memory Homer, as well as Bart and Lisa, are stunned to see Duffman sitting on the couch next to Marge.
Homer isn't sure why the mother of his children is with the reason for his children, and Marge begs him to be civil, and Duffman assures him that he's just giving it to his wife, and that she'll be sore the next day. So Homer rips off his memory device, telling Frink that his stupid invention made him learn that his life is worthless. The professor responds that if one can't stand the neural activity, they should stay out of the neural activator. Meanwhile, old Jewish man is amazed to discover that he did have butternut squash last night.
Homer walks through the streets lamenting the fact that his wife left him, he's done horrible things, and his family is gone. And thinking his life is ruined, Homer stands up on the ledge of a bridge ready to jump, and he shouts, "Goodbye, cruel world!" And he looks around and then shouts, "Goodbye, crueler world!" as the crueler world truck drives by and says, "Hi, Homer." Crueler
really great
world.
joke. Yeah. So still standing on the ledge of the Suicide Bridge, dedicated to the loving memory of Governor Chester L. Suicide. Love that. Homer is joined by a mysterious figure, or two.
Are you my guardian angel?
Yes, we are. Jump and we'll carry you to heaven.
Hey, aren't trolls supposed to be under the bridge? Goodbye.
Come on, what are you waiting for? We want to see if the splash reaches the moon. Good one.
Wait a minute. If killing myself would make you two happy, then I'm not gonna do it.
Don't worry about our happiness. For once, think of yourself.
Ooh, lights flashing before my eyes.
Yeah, the bridge is hilarious. I forgot this is kind of like a little bit It's a Wonderful Life coded in a way.
Yeah.
Besides the obvious, like the titles comes from Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost debate could this be considered a Christmas episode because it takes place in December. We hear some jingle bells in the beginning of the show, right?
Yeah. And if it is, so Wonderful Life coded, then that would make sense for it to be Christmassy.
And don't forget, old Jewish man mentioned his best Christmas dinner was a Chinese restaurant.
That's true. Huh. Interesting.
Well, Indeed, Homer's life flashed before his eyes, much like the art project and viral video Every Day by Noah Kalina, which featured him taking a photo of himself every day for 6 years. We see Homer as a baby, then a toddler, then growing through boyhood as the dramas of his life happen around him, much as Mona leaving Abe and Abe's life crumbling into debt and alcoholism without her.
I feel like this was like a trend for a while of people doing this, where you'd see like the stop motion, or not stop motion, but like the time-lapse photos of people aging. And like, okay, I didn't care.
I think if I grew up in that time, I would have probably attempted something like that.
Sure, yeah.
I could be doing that now with my child.
Oh, yeah.
I probably do take pictures of her like every day, but not like the face front, so I could make a collage on her 16th birthday and show it to all of her friends.
Really embarrass her. So Homer's weight grows along with his age, and his grades are also concerning, with a series of Fs and a note that says that he has to repeat the second grade. But as he ages, his grades improve to a steady D, and then preteen Homer still stands still as Abe is passed out at the kitchen table, unaware that the ceiling is about to fall on top of him due to water damage. The bathtub falls through the second floor, and the mold in the walls reveal an alligator crawling through the house's interior.
Was it an alligator, or was it just like the mold in the shape of an alligator moving?
It could have been, yeah, I don't know.
So the montage continues with a pubescent Homer dealing with acne, and the various degrees of oxy, including oxy infinity, prove to be ineffective. A slightly older teenage Homer tries a mustache, and then various interests such as a fan of the Springfield Isotope Baseball Club, dressing like Fonzie, joining the Kiss Army, and being a Chippendale dancer. So in front of the Springfield High, Marge joins Homer.
We then cut to Homer on his 21st birthday, and he enjoys his first legal duff, followed by several more. As the stop-motion clips show him growing older and more defeated by life, he continues to drink, throwing the cans of duff behind him, and Marge builds a pyramid out of those cans, and then the Taj Mahal, and then the Tower of London.
What did she do with all those? Because she was like carting them away.
I don't know. I mean, maybe she's like putting adhesive on them. I hope she recycled them, because that would have been a lot of money.
Well, my theory is that she sold the artwork to rich people to get more money for Homer to drink more beer.
Probably. That makes sense.
So Marge is the reason why Homer's an alcoholic. See, it's not Homer's fault. It's women.
All of them.
Homer continues to age. His hair begins to thin. We then see various versions of Homer, like in his barbershop quartet outfit and a novelty hat when he was spying on Apu, wearing the Stone of Shame from Homer the Great, gaining a great deal of weight from King Size Homer, as well as various other uniforms and outfit he's worn that you can purchase as an action figure, probably, or was possible a skin on Tapped Out. The video ends as though it were on YouTube advertising the next video, a 58-second clip entitled Kitten Smokes on a Toilet, which has 2 stars and over 63 million views. Again, in an era when YouTube was new.
Yeah, and the novelty of YouTube was like, you'd go over to somebody's house and they'd like open up their laptop and like, have you seen this YouTube video?
This still happens, Steve. People now just take your remote and say, here, watch this on YouTube. YouTube is not here's a funny cat video anymore. It's, here's TV.
It is my wife's favorite channel. Like, when she sits down to watch TV, like if we're not planning on watching a show, but like in the morning or whatever, that is the first app that she opens.
No, I'm not faulting that, because we use YouTube a lot. Like, especially if we're doing stuff and we just want background noise. And a lot of times there's so many people that stream at like Disneyland or Disney World. We'll put those streamers on. And, it's like we're just walking around the park with them. So
a lot of good food content, too.
Oh, yeah.
Baking stuff, tourism. I don't know. It's kind of great.
Literally today, we turned on a live feed of the Eiffel Tower. Like, well, we've been on the Eiffel Tower. No need to go to Paris.
There you go. So Homer continues to fall from the bridge back in the present day, saying that he had a good life, well lived, up until that previous night. He then thinks it's time to revisit that horrible evening, and we once again return to the Simpsons' living room, where Homer finds Marge with Duffman. This time, though, Homer gains a little clarity.
Hey, what's going on here?
Oh, Homer, I didn't want you to find out this way. We were planning a surprise party for you.
A surprise party?
This magic marker's running out of ink. I'm sorry your surprise party was spoiled.
Are you kidding? The mother of my children was the reason for my children. This is gonna be the greatest party ever.
Oh yeah! Duff Beer is sponsoring the party, featuring new Duff Champagne, the beer of champagnes.
Oh my God, it's like Christmas in December. Let's celebrate now.
Stop, Homer, please. My eye.
Don't worry, honey, I'll get you an ice pack. Where's the ice pack?
I'm just giving it to your wife. She is gonna be sore tomorrow.
So Marge wasn't cheating on me. I never hit her, and my family is throwing me an awesome party.
See, it's all good.
Yeah, everything's fine. There's so many surprise parties in TV land. So few in real land.
But I like how they answered everything. The squeaky noise because her magic marker was running out of ink.
Which is congratulating him on the reason for the surprise party, which is him completing his community service. Which just kind of shows, like, his drinking is becoming really quite a problem. Because he had to do community service, he completed it. And then later on, in the recent days, he's woken up under a pile of snow from drinking so much.
I do like the beer champagnes. Mm-hmm. Nice Miller High Life reference, but this time it's actual champagne beer flavored. I would try it, but the way Homer tries to open a cork with his teeth, it's like the stupidest thing you could ever do.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about trying that?
No. To support your Christmas episode theory, he does say it's like Christmas in December.
Duffman gets the ice pack and says, I'm going to give it to her. She's going to be stored in the morning. So it all makes sense now.
Everything's tied up nicely.
And he's still falling from that bridge. So feeling a great sense of relief, Homer laughs at himself, thanking God that he figured everything out before he did anything stupid. He then realizes that he jumped off a bridge and is still falling. It's a really long bridge, by the way.
Yeah.
Just as he's about to hit the water, Homer lands on a moon bounce on the boat surrounded by his friends and family, which is funny because Patty or Selma mentioned she wants to see if he gets to the moon.
Oh.
Get to the moon bounce.
It's true.
So Marge tells him that he is at his party, which is on the Duff Beer party boat. Homer thinks that he must be the first gullible husband ever to overhear snippets of a surprise party planning and assume that his wife is having an affair. So there goes your theory of they are parodying your sitcom tropes.
Yeah. So after some blank, confused stares from the people in Homer's life, the celebration gets underway with Duffman leading the conga line. Just then, his watch goes off, informing him that it's 11 p.m., and asks Marge if she wants to pay for the extra hour. She agrees, and the party keeps on keeping on. And while people enjoy themselves, Lenny and Carl are shocked that Homer's whole plan actually proved to be effective.
What plan?
You planned to make the surprise party a surprise again, remember?
Marge put so much work into that party. The least I could do is be surprised. If only I could forget what happened today.
And I got just a drink to wipe your mind clean.
The forget-me shot.
Fellas, if you got anything you want to say to Homer that he'll never remember, say it now.
Blue pants make you look fat.
I never learned your kids' names.
Your yard is unkempt.
It is obvious you're bald.
Your thighs make noise.
I find your small hands attractive.
I've spit in every drink I ever served you. Bottoms up!
The only problem is I'm sure to retain some image of coming home and finding Duffman. No doubt I'll misconstrue that as him placing a cuckold's horns upon my brow. And that will make me want to jump off a... For the love of God, make sure the party boat has a moon bounce.
Okay.
Oh, I'm a genius.
The cuckold horns. It's a really funny line, Mr. Simpson.
I feel like cuckold wasn't in the common parlance yet, so good on The Simpsons.
I mean, it's an old word, but yeah, we weren't using it as a search term on... I mean, a term people use.
Right.
Is Homer a genius for coming with all this?
I mean, he pulled the moon bounce out of his ass real quickly. That's pretty smart. And also just to put together that he would assume that... To assume what happened, I think he might be a genius.
And what Lenny and Carl were saying to him wasn't that harsh.
No, I mean, he finds his hands attractive. I think that's very kind.
Would you give a shit if Carl didn't know the name of your kids?
No, I don't know the name of anybody's kids. Most people's kids, I don't know.
Even Jerry's kids?
Who was Jerry? Yeah.
That's a reference to, I don't know who would even get that reference. Like, we're going to the grocery store and Jerry Lee Lewis. No, Jerry Lewis, not Jerry Lee Lewis. Jesus.
He's doing it for the kids too, but mostly his cousins.
But it was Jerry Lewis, right? His telethon.
Yeah.
Like, there was always a jar of like, help Jerry's kids and put your loose change in there.
And of course, he would have his yearly telethon that would air forever with the most mediocre of performances.
Steve, don't tell people what we're doing for the Patreon this month.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
We're watching every episode of Jerry Lewis's telethon.
Back to back.
They're probably on YouTube, aren't they? Anyway.
All right. Homer may be a genius, but he is still confused about a thing or two. For instance, why did Marge lie to Chief Wiggum about the cause of her black eye? And Marge explains that she didn't want Wiggum to know about the party. Sure, Clancy is fine, but Marge knows that he would also bring along his wife, Sarah, and Marge does not care for that woman.
And turning to Patty and Selma, Homer assumes that they pushed him off the bridge fully aware of the party and that he'd land safely on the boat. They nervously agree, adding that there's an after-party at the bottom of the ocean. So the twins then offer Homer an anchor, saying that it's good for 2 free drinks. It seems like everything's worked out, but Homer has just one more question.
The only thing that still doesn't make sense is why the dog attacked me.
Because you never feed him, walk him, or let him out to pee.
Oh, yeah. Who's an angry dog? Who's an angry dog?
Now, who wants a beer? Ha ha! To a man, I'm happy to call my best friend Homer Simpson. Simpson, dyslexia, Duffman, secret shame.
Aren't you going to drink?
No, this is a moment I want to remember.
It's funny that the life vests have just stuffed beer in them. It's because
Bertie.
That's what you need is beer as your life vest.
That's right. I'll keep you afloat. Is Duffman basically just an escort?
It must be.
He charges by the hour. He pretends to be people's best friends. He's like, yeah, okay.
Also weird that they brought Santa's little helper on the boat.
Yeah.
I like that we see our good friend that we've lost recently in the crowd. Barfly Sam is there. I'm going to assume this is probably the last party he ever attended before his death.
That's so sad, and it's probably, he died 30 years later, so...
Steve, the timeline is iffy on The Simpsons. This could be a day before his death.
Fair enough.
And that's how the episode ends. There is Badfingers I remember finding about you playing. But here's some fun little trivia that only I discovered, not you.
Of course.
Al G was talking about like season 23 renewal, and they discussed like what episodes that previously aired might have served as a series finale, and he regards Behind the Laughter as a candidate, but also this episode. And I was thinking, what would be a good episode that they've discussed before, like this one or Behind the Laughter? So without these two,
right?
What you feel like would be a good last episode of The Simpsons that has already aired?
One older one that I always thought about was The Secret War of Lisa Simpson from season 8, and that's where Bart and Lisa they go to the military academy, and at the end of it, they graduate, meaning they'd move on to the next grade theoretically, and their life would grow.
Yeah, I think that would be apropos. I also think in similar fashion is Summer 4 Feet 2, because they also graduate and it's summer, so it'd be like a nice like send off.
There have been a lot of future episodes, like 10 or 11 at this point, but Holidays of Future Past, I think, would work.
I think they discussed that too as being a possible series finale. Here's a darker one. What if it was the episode where Homer eats the blowfish from like what, season 3?
It's a different ending, and like
yeah, it doesn't end with Marge like, oh, Homer like touches his drool and it's warm. It just ends with him on the couch dropping the tape and then credits.
Yeah. And it's so sad that it's 2026 and he's listening to a Walkman of Larry King reading a book on tape.
The Bible, by the way.
It's a good book. My final pivot, or my pitch, would be parahormonal activity from last season, where we jump ahead 5 years, because I think that signifies, the Simpsons keep on going on, even if the show doesn't.
I think that's the way to go. That would have been a good last episode. I think if I were to pick another one, let's do the one with Lady Gaga, which we haven't reviewed.
Right. Be the last episode for us, too.
All right. Steve, why don't we think about this episode and come back and discuss all that?
Sounds good.
We'll be right back.
I remember finding out about you. Every day my mind is all around you. Looking out from my lonely room, I give my love to you.
All right, Steve, we are back. Let's wrap up this week's episode, Eternal Moonshine of the Simpsons Mind. We'll talk about some of our favorite scenes, maybe find out most valuable jokester, give our overall thoughts on the episode, find out what we're watching next week. But before all that, Steve, we scour through this episode like Jawas on Tatooine
Yes.
to find things that would be great to merchandise, to capitalize on our society. But most of all, just to find gifts that we would give our good old pal, Annoyed Grunt Boy, insert name here, as a gift.
Yes.
So, Steve, for you, I've got a couple things.
Oh, boy.
And one is a coupon book for 5 family bath time coupons. So,
Wow.
whenever you want to bathe with the family, use this coupon.
Okay.
I think you need to tie people up. So here's some zip ties to, arrest people that you want.
Mm-hmm.
I hired an accountant for you next year to do your taxes, and that is a horse.
Hey.
He's got the green visor and everything.
Thank you.
I guess it's obvious to give you Moe's forget-me drink, but you don't drink, so maybe I should give it to you, because then you forget that you don't drink. I figure you need a new cell plan. Phones are so out there these days, so I got you Synergy Wireless.
Ooh.
And you can choose between the very manly silver phone or the very cutesy, girly pink phone.
Well, it seems like if I pick the girly one, that's straighter, so I'm going to go with that.
Because you can fuck that one.
I mean, I could fuck either one of them, but...
That's true. And I got you a Life Vest, which is actually just Duff beer. And, of course, I got to get you the Duff champagne. You just have to have that. And
of course.
But you can only open it with your teeth.
All right. Thank you, Craig. I got some things for you as well. I got you a moon bounce, so you can bounce to your heart's delight. I don't know if I can use my coupon book, but I got you a king-size bathtub for family bathtub time, so you can put that so everyone can bathe together. But if I have a coupon, I'm going to come over. So I want to bathe with your family. I got you a pregnancy test because you do drink, and that's just a good idea, but also so you can stir your forget-me-now. And because you're a fan of certain rodents, I got you Scrat and all of his friends.
Can I eat them?
It's a gift. You can do whatever you want.
So every gift I ever receive, I could eat it?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Even when I was a child and got all those He-Man action figures?
Yep. And that's why my last gift to you is a bottle of poison.
That's not from this episode.
Oh.
I mean, unless some of the ingredients. What was maybe the moth thing, right? That.
Don't you remember when they talked about it on the episode? Wink. You must have forgot.
Oh man, you're right. It's because I was writing all my notes down, but the ink ran out of my magic marker.
And Duffman is fucking your wife.
She could do worse.
Oh yeah.
All right, Steve, I need some of your favorite scenes, jokes. Is there someone that's an MVJ? And all in all, what did you think of this episode? Give us a ranking.
I think the first time I ever saw it, if I remember correctly, I didn't care for it because the mystery of it all and like the unfolding of it felt a little gimmicky, but watching it a couple more times, I kind of enjoy it more, and I like how just a little batshit insane the whole episode is. The funnier moments for me, I think I really like Homer. I think Homer's my MVJ because, I mean, first of all, he's in like 90% of the episode, but he had some funny lines. I really like him pitching the ideas for Frank's Machine, the Rememberer and the Review Master and Remembrance of Things Past. I like the Goodbye Crueler World truck, and the Chester L. Suicide is probably my most valuable joke of the episode. It's delightful, but all in all, I think that this is a good balance of being a weird episode and a funny episode. There's a lot of jokes and a lot of silliness that I really enjoyed. It's not perfect, though. I think that the allure comes off on it the more you think about it. And I know it's all in fun and it's aware of its own parody, but I don't know. I think it's a solid watch once or twice, and then I'll probably never watch it again. But I appreciate it for what it is, and I think it's a very ambitious episode. So if I had to give this a ranking, the Everyday video by Noah Kalina that they parodied. Oh, also the visuals of that was a lot of fun. But that video ran for 5 minutes and 45 seconds. So I'm going to watch, we'll say, 4 minutes and 20 seconds of that. What do you think, Craig?
All right, well, favorite scenes. I think the video that you just mentioned on your ranking, like, it's a lot of fun. It's one of those, like, pause moments where you can see all the visuals in the background of Homer growing up. The stuff at Moe's always great. I think the pausing of the frames of Ugly Moe face, a lot of fun. The camera angles in the beginning too, when he's trying to find out the family. And honestly, the bathtub line is probably my favorite line. So yeah, I guess Homer could get that. Close second, maybe Moe, or I also like Lenny and Carl insulting Homer.
Oh yeah.
And the suicide bridge was just a great visual joke.
Mm-hmm.
Of it was not because of suicide, but the last name of suicide.
Right.
But I think I kind of alluded to it in the episode that I think the first time viewing this, and it's funny because this episode's about forgetting things and wanting to wipe your mind. I kind of wish I wiped my mind because I knew everything that was coming, so it wasn't a surprise. So maybe when I watched it initially for the very first time, when it aired in 2007, I probably enjoyed it for that. And I was enjoying the mystery and thinking, like, this can't be. And at that time, too, I don't think I've ever seen Eternal Sunshine. I didn't watch it when it came out originally. It took a long time for me to, like, actually watch that film.
Surprising to me.
Well, I think it was kind of, I was going through, like, a breakup at that time, so I didn't really want to have to deal with, like, the emotional heaviness of that
film. Not quite
film.
a feel-good movie.
Right. I was just strictly only watching Disney films and porn at that time. And I haven't stopped yet, so I'm just, working on it.
You can combine both and kind of have a Hannah Montana situation.
Thanks, AI.
Or just Rule 34, like.
Right. But I think in the second time around, like, I feel like it is a very fun experimental episode. It's also one that I kind of confuse with Gump Roast because it's another, like, let's praise Homer. Yeah. And the fact that this episode is about Homer's, like, community service, it's very dark of, like, the party that they're hosting. But I feel like it's an episode I might not need to ever see again. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But I think if you really think about it, you can make this episode good. Like, we were talking about how Bart and Lisa are still just figments of his imagination and how he feels about his children. And, like, realizing that Bart is cooler and superior to him in his subconscious is very telling. It's not a horrible episode, but it's one that I think if you have seen it, you might skip it or wait 10 years and watch it again. But if you haven't seen it, then probably watch it.
Here's one thing that I keep on coming back to about this episode that I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. I really feel like this episode was in part made because they were the internet age, which I know had been around for a decade already, but was becoming a lot more common. And internet people were pausing frame by frame. And, we do this all the time now, so it doesn't even feel novel anymore. But there are so many moments in this episode, like from that video clip or, just throughout the episode where you pause to see a little detail. And I think part of me is frustrated with that because it feels like it's pandering to the internet fan base.
I think you could be right.
I don't know.
Just because we do that now, and they even make the parody of the YouTube video, so it's like kind of like maybe in your estimate or deduction?
Like, did I consider when I was making notes, going through and finding every episode that was in there before I realized that would take me hours to do? Yes, I did.
And we made a joke in the episode, like, here's every single scene and what season it's from.
Right.
But if I had to give this a ranking, look, it does parody Eternal Moonshine of the Spotless Mind, or the film, Eternal Sunshine, by written by Charlie Kaufman, directed by Michel Gondry. But of course, it starred Kate Winslet and Jim Carrey. I'm going to rank this out of Jim Carrey movies, in my opinion.
Ooh, okay.
What is my favorite James Carrey movie? I haven't seen every single one, so I can't say this is Mr. Popper's Penguins because I've never seen it, and quite frankly, don't think I ever will.
Yeah, good book.
I've never seen the number 23. Well, that would have been an easy one to rank this out of. I'm still the 90s Jim Carrey. You know, I've seen all the... from Earth Girls Are Easy to Peggy Sue Got Married, the Deadpool. That's not Deadpool, the Deadpool with the last Clint Eastwood Dirty Harry film. I've seen Ace Ventura's 1 and 2, The Mask, Dumb and Dumber 1 and 2, Batman Forever, Cable Guy, Liar Liar, Truman Show, Man on the Moon. And this is when I start not being a huge Jim Carrey fan. That's when we get to Me, Myself, and Irene.
Ooh, we walked out of that, I think.
Yeah, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Like, I think it's fine now, but it's just not my cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfectly fine. Grinch, Ron Howard. It's fine. I like it. I'll watch it during Christmas. Don't get on the internet. Bruce Almighty was fun. I liked the Yes Man. It was just Liar Liar Part 2, really.
Yep.
But, my favorite story of all time, Steve? What is it?
It's A Christmas Carol.
That's right. And I'm going to give this episode A Christmas Carol, the Jim Carrey version. I saw it once. I know the story, but I never need to see it again. There's some parts in it that, especially when he's like the ghost of Christmas present. It's fucking creepy, man. Sure, we'll give this A Christmas Carol, the Jim Carrey version.
I like it. Good stuff.
But Steve, again, I'm still undecided on this episode of like it's good or not.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
It's in limbo for me. But let's not have to think about this any further, Steve, because we will go on to continue our spring cleaning. And I know this episode is dropping in June, and you think it's summer. We're in June. Guys, spring doesn't end until the end of June, really.
It's true.
Like summer is only like the end of June all the way to like the end of September, right? That's summer.
Yeah, exactly.
So we still got some spring cleaning to do.
And we're filthy around here.
We are very filthy, Steve. And that means we are going to redo our 7th episode ever.
Wow.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And that is from season 21, episode 4. And when you think of spring going to summer, you think of Halloween. Ooh. Because we are reviewing Treehouse of Horror 20. Now, what's nice about our re-reviews, I was just thinking, there's probably only one listener. Well, there was probably only one listener at the time, too.
Yeah.
That still listens to us. So it'll be new for pretty much all of our new listeners or current listeners. And that episode, we've talked about how we were not the best of shape in that one.
I remember I specifically had a lot of, I don't know why, but transitioning between the segments was very difficult for me to figure out at the time. And now we've done, I don't know how many, trilogy episodes. And it's a piece of cake. We got this.
I think by this time, were we utilizing clips?
I think so.
Well, we'll find out next week because if you don't know, and this is your first episode, we're reviewing old episodes that are at least the first 10 that we reviewed, redoing them, cleaning them up, making them sound good, as in like redoing the episode. We're not actually using the same audio. But we are just going through our catalog to make it nice for everyone to listen to. And it gives us a second chance. So this one is Lisa sets out for revenge against Miss Hoover. Zombies overrun Springfield after Krusty sells dubious burgers, and Homer becomes half man, half brewing apparatus after falling through a trapdoor at Moe's. All right. Well, thanks again for listening and being fans of this podcast. If you want to contact us, please email us at 13simpsons@gmail.com, or you can visit us on Threads or Instagram or YouTube at 13simpsons.
And if you're so kind, to your favorite podcasting app and leave us 5 stars or the equivalent, but you don't need to write a real review, just tell us what you would like to forget.
And sign up for Patreon, patreon.com/AnnoyedGruntBoys. For $5 a month, you get a bonus episode of this podcast every week, but it's not this podcast. It could be a episode of The Annoyed Grunt Boys, which is just Steve and I talking about pop culture and other things. Or it could be a movie review podcast, because there's no two white guys on the internet talking about movies.
Finally, yes.
But a lot of times the movies are related to The Simpsons. And of course, we have Eye Off Springfield, which is our other TV show podcast review, where we review other TV show episodes that might have a connection to The Simpsons. And finally, probably the most popular one would be the 130th Simpsons Classic, which is we review the Golden Age episode. And this week we did that. We did an episode from season 2, episode 20, The War of the Simpsons. So if you want to hear us talking about a classic Golden Age episode of The Simpsons only on Patreon, that's worth $5 a month, I think, just for that episode.
Yeah, underrated podcasters talking about an underrated episode of the classic Simpsons. It's great.
So sign up today, patreon.com/AnnoyedGruntBoys, $5 a month. You know you want to.
That's right. And if you want to look cool, go to tpublic.com/user/AnnoyedGruntBoys and get yourself some cool 138 Simpsons swag.
All right, for this week, I've been Annoyed Gruntboy Craig.
And I've been Annoyed Gruntboy Steve.
And remember, save some suds for Daddy.
To me, nerd stands for not even remotely dorky. So thank you.
What the hell am I doing here? I gotta get back to the Latin Grammys.